Hi everyone, it's Casey Williams. Well, the midsize crossover market is really heating up, especially as people trade in their midsize sedans for midsize crossovers. So for Hyundai to stand out, they need to do something different. And what they're doing is really focusing on style, they're focusing on driving pleasure, handling dynamics, and they're also focusing on value for price. And a case example of that's the 2019 Santa Fe over my shoulder. Let's go have a look at it. Well, let's start with style. A lot of the styling direction of this vehicle is connected to the larger Palisade that was just recently unveiled. It starts with the big grille, just looks substantial, looks expensive, all LED lighting for both driving lamps and for the headlamps. And coming around again, it just really has a very upscale look to it. 19-inch alloy wheels, kind of like the chrome down below. But the body sculpting is just very deftly done, just very precision. I like it a lot. Like this chrome line that comes up. Again, just gives the vehicle a much more expensive look than what you'll think when you actually hear the price in a little while. Come around the back, again, looks very nice. Really connects the styling more to the Genesis line as much as Hyundai. Power hatch. And pretty roomy cargo compartment. This is just the 2-row version of the Santa Fe. You can also get a 3rd row back here. But especially the 2 rows, lots of space, seats fold down, and I think you can get just about anything you want to in here. The focus on styling and also technology continues inside. You just start looking at some of the details in here. Nice padded dash and the orange stitching here. All looks very nice. Kind of this wood grain and granite feel here that continues onto the doors. And even the infinity speaker vents, they kind of look like you got kind of a chiseled rock look to them. Very nice. And I really like the headliner. And it just feels like your favorite sweatshirt. It just feels very comfortable. But again, nothing feels cheap in here. If you tap around, you can find some hard plastic, but most of it's really nice. And it continues to the seats. You've got heated and cooled seats with the orange stitching and stitching on the console as well. Heated leather wrapped steering wheel, the brown leather, I think is really pretty. You got dual pane sunroof. Again, everything just works together really well in here. And let's talk about some of the technology. Dual zone automatic climate control, the touchscreen up above. And one of the things they did I really like, proper volume knob, tuning knob, kind of a metallic finish on it. It just proves that simple is better most of the time. You got satellite radio, you got Bluetooth, of course, navigation, all the technology you'd want. And a lot of safety gear on this car. So you've got adaptive cruise with auto stop start, you've got forward collision warning with auto brake, lane keep assist, blind spot warning, rear cross path detection, and also a heads up display. So pretty much the full suite of safety gear too. Well, if you look at the specs of this for the engine, you wouldn't be all that impressed. It's a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, but it does deliver 235 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. So that means there's plenty of power to get this vehicle off the line. On the highways, cruising is no problem at all. This is front-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive. You can get all-wheel drive optional. So that kind of helps it too. It just gives it kind of a lighter feel and does a very nice job. Fuel economy, again, it's kind of okay, but not terribly impressive. 20 miles per gallon in the city, 25 on the highway. A vehicle this size with, front-wheel drive and a Turbo 4, we should be getting closer to 30 miles per gallon, to be competitive. So I think it's all right, but I think that's something for Hyundai to work on as far as that goes. It's got an 8-speed automatic transmission, and the car is nice to drive. The transmission works all right. It's got a drive mode selector, which really just makes the throttle more sensitive and changes the shift points, but it does give it a sportier feel and a little more athletic. And one of the things I think Hyundai did really well is the suspension. It's an independent suspension all around, and some of its competitors feel kind of clunky over bumps. This doesn't. It feels more like a Genesis, you expect from a Genesis than it does, from what you'd expect from a Hyundai. And that's really not insulting either brand, but you just go over the bumps and it just feels precise. It absorbs the shock, but it's just not clunky or loose in any way, and just feels very nice. So I think if I was buying this vehicle, I think the engine's fine. Again, it'd be nice if you got a few more miles per gallon out of it, but I think it's fine the way it is. And then when you settle into it, you really do start to appreciate, the ease of use for the touchscreen and the knobs. That works out well. Climate control's nice. Heads-up display's nice. It's got a flat screen instrument cluster that just very vivid and works out really well. And after you stop, there's some other nice technology that really enhances the safety of the car too. So it's got a rear seat reminder for kids. It's got sensors back that sense that there's still a child back there. It'll beep and make some noise, so you know that. And it's also uses the blind spot system to alert you when you start to get out of the car too, to make sure there's not traffic coming up beside you as you're getting out, if you're like parallel parking on a city street. So I think those are two really nice pieces of technology this vehicle has that I think a lot of people would appreciate. Well, we've talked about style, and we've talked about how the vehicle drives. So the last thing we mentioned at the very beginning was price. And I think that's really where the Santa Fe does its best work even. So the vehicle starts just over $24,000. This one, fully equipped, $38,205. And I think at that price, it's highly competitive with other mid-sized crossovers in its class. Well, next week we'll have another fun car. Until then, storm forward.